Good morning guys, welcome to the channel. I'm LOKISX. We are going on a whirlwind tour today, getting quite a bit done. So racing around at the moment because I have to head down to Archerfield Drift Park to pick up the R32 which is currently there. It's got to get on a tow truck and go down to Loco Customs, which is further down the Gold Coast, to get resprayed and cleaned up. If you guys may have seen in previous vlogs, it got impaled by a beamer and it's looking a bit worse for wear these days, so I just wanted to clean it up and hopefully get it street regoed. So we'll see how that goes. That is the plan anyway. So I got to get out of here now to go meet the tow guy. Hopefully we get there before he does. But yeah, some other good news is the new body kit for the S14 finally showed up from JSI. So JSI is down in Sydney and I ordered an old Sea West style drift kit. Now this kit is a bit iffy, but I think when done right it looks really cool, and it's one of the few front bars on an S14 Series 2 that I really dig. Like it looks great, and it kind of, I saw it about 8 years ago on one of my friend's S14s, and that was the car that got me into import. So for me it's kind of special. So I'll give you a quick look at it. I've only undone the front bar, so the rest of the kit will be a bit of a mystery until we get it home and I probably unveil it and show you guys. But for now, let's have a quick look. So this is the Sea West DRFT kit. It's a pretty cool kit. I really enjoy it. I like it. It looks mad aggressive. The side skirts are a bit but they should look okay. And the rear bar, again, a bit meh. Very 90s. Very, I'm not going to say auto salon spec because it's not that bad. But it's the kind of thing that you'd expect to see on a 90s Japanese car, like something like one of these guys up here. So yeah, it's a little old school, but I think it'll look really cool. I just have to pick a color that I want to paint the 14 that's going to suit it, and hopefully we'll be able to pull it off with some decent wheels. So I'll explain as I go because this is getting picked up now. Tow truck's just waiting here. So what is it? Today's Thursday. On Tuesday I didn't get any footage of this, but I blew second gear in the 32, so my gearbox is now grenaded to a degree. Thank you so much. I'm just going to drive the car straight out.
Yeah. Make it easy for him.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just hope it's got some form of charge left in this battery. So yeah, drove the living pants off it, had a blast, and we've now got to take it down to Loco and get it fixed. Hopefully it'll start. Hey, hell yeah, go the 32. Right. And that is second gear, rattling around in my gearbox somewhere. So, clutch is in, first gear, second gear, ready, clutch out, completely. So yeah, first, third, fourth and fifth work fine, but second has been sent to oblivion. So I got this car kind of in a worse condition than it actually is now, believe it or not, and cleaned it up and made it look half presentable, but have been having a blast out at Archie with it, so it's got a little damaged. So it's time to give it that nice refresh and make it look pretty. Oh, it's getting strapped down. Whew. Yes, so I've had little kids been drawing on it lately, drawing their names in the dirt on the car. As you guys can see, it's been pretty trashed. The rear quarter here has been punched in many a time. It's probably like hollow under there. And now same with the door here where we took out the beamer. So it's got quite a big dent in here. And it's pushed the window out actually. So it's not the best. It really does look like a banana right now. Probably gonna have to find, oh, maybe they can repair it, I'm not sure. Have to have a chat with him and see what he can do. This shouldn't be too difficult, fingers crossed. I might need a new door for this though. My cardboard tail light died. Alright guys, we are at Loco Customs now. We're going to be quick because I want to get out of Dane's hair and I don't want to distract him. He's got a lot of work on and stuff. but I'll just give you a quick rundown of what we're gonna do. So 32 front bar, we got it out. We just had a chat with Dane. He reckons the pull on the other side of the quarter, so this one here, on the other side, is gonna be the most difficult, probably potentially the most expensive. You can see how much it's kind of pushed it in. Now it wasn't actually a massive hit, it's just hitting a really bad spot, like the worst spot. It could have hit the door and it would have been fine, it could have hit the quarter and it still would have been fine, but it's hit right on that edge of that thing. It hasn't broken the window, but it has popped the window out. And we don't have it very pretty down here, so he's gonna see, hopefully it'll pull out. If not, it's gonna be rather expensive. You can see it's kinked in about here. And you can see it's also kinked the door just about there. So not fun. But the 32 is now in Loco's hands. And the next time you see it, it will not look like it just fell out of a trash can, most likely. We shall see. Either way, it'll still look way better than what it does right now. The poor bloody thing is pretty haggard. It needs some TLC, so. And hopefully we can get this thing to a presentable, respectable, like borderline street car. We'll see. Have a good rest, 32. This is Dane's truck. Okay, that was a really, really long day. We left at 10:30 this morning. It's now, what is the time? 4:35 in the afternoon. The sun's about to go down. But before it does, I want to show you something. So, you guys have been noticing I've been driving the Mirror a lot lately. So, I ended up buying a K car for my mum and I put a motor in it and gave her the car for her to drive around. Now, she's moved away and we've now got the car. The car was stock until yesterday. Today Ben has cut the springs and the rear, put the coilovers off his 350Z, the teens, into the front of this and kind of Franken fitted them in and made it work. Bought some wheels for it and done an exhaust for it and put his S13 roof spoiler on the back, which strangely enough almost fits absolutely perfectly in terms of, well, I told him he should cut different bits, but that's how he wanted it, so. Apart from that, it works pretty well. And it looks pretty cool. His excuse was, if you have a K car, I need a K car. So now we're just gonna fix up all the little dents and stuff that Mum hit in the shopping trolleys and stuff. And probably respray it a colour, put a little lip on it. And I think he wants to do some funky stuff like leopard skin or fluffy dash or something, who knows. Reese has recently bought this red 180SX that we finished fixing up for Trinity. He's super psyched. Brand new into cars, just bought himself a steering wheel. You gotta learn to do that part first. This is my humble shop. All our cars out the front. Ah, little mirror. So yeah, I think I can't remember if I told you guys this morning, it left me stranded. Its battery just mid-died in the middle of a roundabout and left me with a whole line of traffic behind me, so I had to kind of push the car off the road, get Benjamin to do a U-turn, come start the car back up for me. We had jumper leads and stuff. And then we got a battery on the way to work this morning just before all the insanity of rushing around, and probably the start of this video actually started after the craziness of this morning with this little guy. But it has a new battery now, so I'm gonna probably put it on a jack stand or something and throw it into gear at the front and find out what this weird whirring noise is. I can't tell if it's a bearing or if it's potentially a lost wheel weight, or yeah, I don't know, something along those lines. It's rotational and I'm not sure what it is, but it sounds like it's coming from the front potential left. That's my guess, so we'll see. That, or it could also be an egg in the tire. Might be an egg, I don't know, we'll find out. This kit has taken maybe, there you go, JSA error. These guys are really good. I've bought off these guys before, a couple of years ago for my 180SX, and they've done a really nice 180SX bar with some N1 vents and stuff in it. But I use them again because I like their fitment quality. They are a little bit on the expensive side, but it's kind of worth it to not have to keep dealing with ill-fitting kits and stuff. So good strength too, actually. I forgot to mention. They're a good thickness, like you definitely cannot see through them. Even if they weren't black, you still would not be able to see through them. So yeah, looking forward to unwrapping the whole kit. Okay, to satisfy the curiosity, it was indeed a missing wheel weight on this wheel. So I've got my wheel weights on the insides of my wheels, and we have no such wheel weight at all on the inside. I've also got a bit of camber wear on this one. This is my left one. Now have a look at the driver's one. It's a pretty serious inner camber. Ooh, that's a spot. And the wheel weight is very clearly, where is it? Right, that. Okay, that's what we're missing on the other one. I'm going to pull that other wheel off and get it onto the wheel balancer and fix it up. And hopefully that'll be the end of most of the problems. I threw my old battery back on charge, so hopefully the old battery hasn't dropped a cell and just randomly died for some reason. I'm not sure, but I think it probably has dropped a cell, so we'll find out soon, see how it goes. Judging by that, I think it's safe to say it's dead. So this little thing should come out with a little red splodge, but it's not charging. Nothing. What's that? Pull it off charge, put it back on charge. We should get a tiny little red light here. So, okay, so now it's starting to try and charge it. Now if it can't charge it, which I've done this about 10 minutes ago and this has just died, so I would assume that this battery is just screwed. Right, let's balance this wheel. This is commonly known as the boat because it goes boat. Or an agadaga. Well, kinda. It's called a boat and it makes agadagas, which is them. What are you doing? What? Are you good there? Are you happy there, Benjamin? Hey! So I'm very well aware that I have a leaking CV joint on this side and it's making an absolute mess down here. And my wheel well. Yeah, kind of can't show you because I don't have my light on me at the moment, but this little guy here is a bit annihilated and is in dire need of getting replaced, but I'll get around to it. Ah, I lost my shoe. Trying to kick my yeah, no, I'll just get a hammer. How small it is. It's tiny. There. Okay, so you put like a collar on it, and then you put on this wing nut looking thing. And the little red guy here is a locking tab.
Quick release.
Yeah. Okay. You guys can see that's the locking tab. What do I call it? The collar. I think they're six and a half. On the edge of the lip. You measure it on the inside of the lip, not the outside of the lip.
Where the bead's gonna sit.
Okay. 6. So they're 13 by 6 and no freaking idea on the offset. So we microwave the wheel for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Till it's extra hot, and then we press stop and pierce the tire with a fork and then put it in for an extra minute and then she'll be good.
Don't overcook it or it gets tough and dry.
Tough and dry.
Fucking overcooked it.
This little picture thing here is where you put the wheel weights, the little green guys, and you can move them around and stuff, and it tells you stuff. Informations is that what are these lead?
Oh yeah.
So they're technically carcinogenic for us. Don't eat them.
They still make them out of lead or not. They used to be lead weights.
Stick on weight wheel, powder coated. I reckon they're weight. Are they lead? Oh, they got clear coat on them though.
They've probably switched to using something else.
Got some weird clear coat on them.
I'm not sure. Maybe they're lead gets coated so you don't die if you swallow one.
A day ligget. Mirror is back on the ground. Seems to be good now. It was the wheel weight problem. Took it for a test drive. Didn't have any drummers, and we've rotated the front wheel, so I've got my cambered, worn driver's wheel now on the passenger side, and my Paso half decent wheel on my driver's side. I'll rotate the tires in the near future, probably with the rears. This guy here is in for some work. It's a fairly nice looking Sora. Yeah. Got a 34 I think to potentially rebuild. That runs about 500 horsepower. But unfortunately I think the owner blew a head gasket. It has been a long day guys. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog.